Let's talk about some of the crazy things that are going on around the country, especially when it comes to COVID. 2021 has hit a new level of insanity. And we are living in an era now where the mentally ill are given a elevated platform to shame all of the normal and average people who are living in reality and in the science to the point where I'm not sure that we know what to do because the way that they're acting is so insane, but also so highly supported by big tech and institutions. It's like you almost just have to laugh at this. Watch this clip of this girl who just loses it in an elevator because somebody wore their mask slightly incorrectly.
You are a delivery person incorrectly wearing the mask inside of a big building.
Is this incorrectly worn, guys? Is this incorrectly worn?
It wasn't like that the whole...
Well, first of all, can I say, we're getting criticized from a woman who bleaches her hair but doesn't know what toner is. I mean, seriously, did you want your hair to be the color of your pee after you've had too much B complex vitamins? I mean, it's like neon yellow. But on reality, first of all, can we play that clip? We're gonna play that clip one more time. I want you to notice a few things. This woman is berating a delivery woman for having her mask slightly below her nose, I'm presuming. She's freaking out. She's pointing at her, not 6 feet away, crying with her untoned hair. And then she's white, screaming at a person of color, smashes glass, which could break. And also, if you caught that at the very end, let's keep that playing. If you catch that, her mask falls below her nose at the end. Watch. It's so good. Watch this. So she's like, "You're not wearing your mask right." And then her mask just goes, oh, right there. It fell. Her anger caused her to repeat the very same sins that she claims to be against. Shocker. I know. Isn't this exactly the craziest thing? It's almost like the US fighting literal Nazis and fascists in World War II to prevent totalitarianism from spreading. And then we formed the UN after World War II, along with all these national global organizations, and become something much more worse long-term in the terms of the fact that globalists now control our country and we no longer are isolationists. I mean, it's kind of sad, but we've lost our country in many ways to people who hate us, just like this woman. And now the reason why I want to talk about this is because we are living in an era not only where riots have become acceptable, but people assaulting us and screaming at us while emulating the same response is somehow acceptable. Now, us as normal people, if you're like me, you are past the tipping point. Because it's like we're not supposed to be used to, anarchists and communists having the right to commit crimes on our streets. We're not supposed to be used to poor hygienic young women, possibly on her period, but clearly seriously need someone without their medication, freaking out, yelling at us, and somehow she's right and she's allowed to do this. We have a mental illness problem on our hands, and I believe that global powers have created a subversion campaign in our society over many decades to sort of create a division amongst us, to purposely let the insane people gain a platform to become a genuine contributor to the conversation. Like with anarchists and BLM, they're insane. They shouldn't have a place at the table. They should have freedom of speech and the right to speak, but we shouldn't be promoting them on our networks and our universities. I mean, these people are bad news for unity and for the future of our country. And so are these insane people pushing masks on all of us. I mean, they say anti-maskers are crazy. I don't know any anti-maskers telling people wearing masks, do not wear a mask. From all they care, wear whatever you want. I mean, in a lot of Middle Eastern countries, people have been wearing masks for, their daily lives, whether it was free will or not. I'm just saying it's been happening. But I'm going to tell you that people are going to snap soon. Have you seen that clip from that was shared by, I believe it was originally shared by Ezra Levant of Rebel News, that all across the country we are seeing our nation being swept from us, and 2020 is becoming the year of the new normal. In Canada, which I know a lot of you guys don't care about, which is fine, but some of my viewers are Canadian, and we love you. I want to let you know that there was more than 6 people in a family eating dinner together. Their neighbors snitched on them, and the police forcefully came to break it up, and the people just snapped. They were done with it. I think we have that clip right now. Let's watch this.
Il peut plus respirer, arrête! Arrête, il peut plus respirer!
Yeah, what you saw is a normal family being treated like criminals in this new year for celebrating the new year together as a good family would do. Guys, we are in the era of good being called evil and evil being called good, right being called wrong and wrong being called right. But a lot of you ask, as this happens, as we are treated like criminals for living out our basic God-given rights and liberties, what do we do in response? I mean, what do we do when the fact that normal people are meant to feel weird and weird people are meant to become the norm, right? This is how you destroy internally a society. It's almost as if it's designed because it is designed.